Recording. Cool.
John, good to see you again.
It's good to see you again, Dr. Greed. How's things been?
Really good.
Good.
Yeah. How's your dad doing?
I think he's doing good. He's going strong. Got the business or his building company going, and he's enjoying it. So,
Great.
Yeah.
Good.
And then how's things with your work?
Going really good.
Awesome.
I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you came. It's good that we got to meet for the first time this time, and
Yeah, I'm glad to actually meet face to face instead of just all the phone stuff.
yeah, we've
It's
been
good
a lot
to
over the
finally do
phone,
it.
and a lot of emails, so it's good to be here.
For sure.
I'm glad you came because I really, I've been excited. I'm constantly thinking. They called me the old man at the company that I'm at, and I've been running it for a long time. But I still got a lot of juice in my tank. I feel like, and so I'm excited about future opportunities, possibly with you, and I see a lot of future opportunities, and so I'm excited. I definitely see myself moving forward. Even though I'm getting older, I still see a lot of potential left in these coming years. So,
Okay.
but yeah, that's definitely why I want to meet up with you, and why I want to potentially work with you for sure.
That would be fun. I think it would be a good opportunity. You have a lot of contacts. From what I hear from my dad, you have a lot to do with this world, and it would be awesome for us to kind of work together on this. What is your current work situation like right now? I know it sounds like you're almost done. Is there some kind of a contract that you're in? What's going on with all that?
Yeah, so I'm finishing up my contract with Edison Bulbs, and it's just been interesting because being the CEO with them, I've really been able to see a lot of good things and a lot of things that I see being left untouched, and so it's been interesting for me, and that's where this idea came that I had. Once I finish with Edison, that I really can focus on a market that they really haven't showed interest in, and so I see my passion for wanting to focus on those wholesales with China and with those suppliers. And I understand you've been building a network with suppliers in China as well. So
Yeah.
So I see you as a valuable asset for sure.
Awesome.
I've been working with China for years now, and I've been doing this a long time, but yeah, there's a huge potential in this niche, and I think we really, really could do something big with this. And John, I see you really kind of taking the reins on this thing and being able to run it while I'm finishing up where I am, and then obviously while I'm with Edison, I can be mentoring you and helping in any way I can. But for the first year, you'll definitely be running things and kind of be in charge of the operations.
Yep. Well, that's kind of how I would like to do things, is to be able, there's a kind of a certain vision that I'm looking to do things, or how I would like things to be done, I guess. And so I would love to be able to work with you and kind of to see that vision expand into like bringing in your world and how things are done there. And so that was kind of the hope of being able to bring you in on this, is just to have that vision and see where we can go with that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's great. Great. I saw this opportunity, and obviously I have the capital to spare, and I'm willing to invest a lot into this because I see the potential of it. And so, I see this thing requiring about $500,000, and I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to put that money down. Obviously, you just finished your master's. Congrats on that.
Thank you. It's fun to do.
Going through school, it's tough to have money to really invest in something big like this. But I want you to join me in this new venture. It would be a new venture for both of us. And what are your thoughts on doing that together?
I think it would be awesome. A couple of things that, first off, I just want to kind of get out of the way is one of the big parts of how I envision doing things is there's a certain culture that goes on here in this industry, especially in this part of the area we live, where it's not as ethical as I feel we could be. And especially with this new market that's opening up that I'm trying to tap into, I think that to me, one of the most important things is that our ethics as far as like briberies and other just kind of shadier business deals, it's not something that I want any part of. And so I would like to make sure whoever I partner with has kind of those same views. Is that something that you would be okay to go along with?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Absolutely. I definitely, that's good that you've been catching on that can happen. You know, there's always two sides that you can choose in this business and in this industry. So I've always tried to stay away from that side. And honestly, I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm sticking my neck out there a little bit with my reputation, you know, because of the reputation I built with Edison, but I have guys that are loyal to me, and I have a massive network that I've built up, and I'd be going out on a limb doing this. So, but I'm willing to take that risk. If you're willing to be flexible with me negotiating in the early stages of this, and then obviously, you know, in 5 years or so, when I'm looking to really slow down, this could end up being your show.
Absolutely. I'm more than willing to sit and kind of figure out where both of us are at on what we're needing. And I guess just kind of diving into it at that point, what is it that you're looking for with this company? I mean, obviously, it is kind of a big move for you, and to leave where you're at now. I understand that. So I just kind of, as far as equity, what kind of things are you wanting out of it?
I see this being really easy at first. Obviously, like I said, if you can be patient with me and flexible on how we're splitting equity at first. I mean, I see myself taking the majority of the share from the get-go, just because of the risk that I'll be taking, the expenses that I'll be investing.
Okay.
So, I mean, if we can start at 80-20, I'll give you 20% of the company. And then if we can work from there, that would help me feel comfortable taking this leap with you. I mean, we still don't know each other in a lot of ways, but I still, you know, I know your dad, and if you can, I'm looking for a guy, I'm really looking for a partner who can be humble enough to be okay with that, trusting and knowing that I'm 59 years old.
You've got the more experience, that's for sure.
And that I'm headed out soon. So, I mean, you know, in less than a decade, that 20% is easily going to be much more.
Okay.
So with that in mind, I think that gives you a lot more wiggle room to be like, to understand the growth of this.
Yeah. One thing for me that I would like to have in a contract is that while you do have, I'm willing to talk about the shares, the equity, but I would like to make sure that with this partnership, this is something where I have a lot of say. Like I said, my vision for it is one of my most important things in my mind.
Great.
And
you're going to be running the show, so.
Yeah, for us to say that we can agree on certain things and have a discussion, and that even though I would be willing to give you a majority, that my opinion on things is just as important, and it's more of a 50-50 partnership in that way. Is that something that we could get down in a writing?
Absolutely.
Cool.
Like I said, you'll be running the operations. You'll be really running this thing while I'm not able to. And so, absolutely.
Well, that's definitely a big piece of mind for me. Another one that I'm kind of wondering about is kind of a contract with you. First off, I would like to talk about starting off at, instead of an 80-20, doing a 70-30.
Okay.
And then setting up like a yearly review to where at that year review, as we discuss what's going on, it slowly switches that equity percentage back into my favor. So by the time it's that 5 years, we can say a 5-year contract with a 10% trade at each year. and then by that time we can decide if you want to stay on for longer or something like that. Does that sound okay with you? Or
yeah, I mean that's what I had in mind. You know, we can obviously you can slowly buy me out. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
How about we do this? What if we do a 10% distribution? You buy me out 10% each year, and if we'll be doing that, you know, within 5 years, you would be well over 50%. So, could we stay? Can we start at 20? Would you be okay with starting at 20 if that is a guaranteed 10% buyout the first 5 years, and then from there we decide, you know, am I slowing down, ready to go out, or it's yours? What are your thoughts on that?
what if we do 75-25, and then at that point too, I can even, if that's a little more difficult with your $500,000 down payment, I can put in or match whatever you're willing to put in. If that 5% means a decrease in your down payment.
Okay. So you're saying.
So like if you, for that 5%, you drop down to $250,000 instead for your initial investment, then I can match that, and we can still stay at that 50,000 or the $500,000.
Well, I mean that depends on if you have the money right now to do that. I mean,
yeah, so I can have that, and I'd be able to have that to match with there.
I don't want to put you in debt at the beginning. I'll do the $500,000. We can do 25, 75, okay. 25. Let's just bring the percentage down on the buyout a little bit. How does 8% sound to you on a yearly basis?
Increase 8%?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. 8% buyout, first 5 years. So this will be a 5-year. We're going to make this a 5-year partnership contract.
Yeah.
With these contingencies. Okay. That sounds great to me.
Yeah, and then we'll at that point we'll see about buying you out the rest of the way, or even keeping you a little bit of equity there for those last 5 years when you decide what you want to do.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Awesome. Cool. Thanks, Dr. Greed.
Thanks, John.
Where's the stop?